Hi guys, Sparrow Games back here with games in under 15 minutes. Last time whenever we were here, we did things about equipping items to our character, and today we'll be going over consumables, which does have us equipping it into our slots here, but instead of when we use a consumable, we want it to disappear. So I'm going to be able to press a button, and now from 2 it goes down to 1, and I press it again, and now there's 0. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how we did that. First off, we're going to go into the AC inventory component, make 2 custom events. One, call it use consumable 1, and the other one, call it set consumable 1. Make sure that this one, the set consumable 1, is running on the server. Also, you're going to make an item and call it equipped consumable slot 1. It's going to be a BP master item. It's going to be just like these other ones that we made up here last time for our weapon and our helmet. As you can see, I've made a couple of other ones here, but first one we're concerned about today is consumables. So make sure you have that set with notify on that consumable slot 1 for its rep notify. Make sure it's rep notify, and then so set it here with the notify and drag that into your consumable. Alright, now the second step, we're going to go to, let's actually go ahead and go out here and make a new enumeration. It's going to be of type consumable type. So you're going to right click, go to blueprints, enumeration, and name it consumable type here. I got a couple different types. I made it a health, a mana, and a stamina. Next, we're going to go to the master item, and we're going to add in that consumable type here. So make sure you just add in new variable of type E consumable, name it consumable type, then make a float, add in call it consumable modifier. This is going to be what changes how strong the potion is. So we go over to our health potion, for instance, right now. The consumable modifier here is 0. If we made it like 25, then it would be 25 health points. So that is over on our master item. Speaking of those health points, let's go ahead and go over to our master character blueprint. That's where we just go ahead and made 3 floats. I named 1 health, 1 mana, and 1 stamina. You can also go ahead and get the 1 key here. Just type in keyboard 1, and it's going to be right here as keyboard event. On pressed, we're going to get the AC inventory component. You can just drag it out, and we're going to call that use consumable, the one that we made here, right next to this set with notify. Alright, so that's going to be where that's being called. We can go ahead and get the equipped consumable slot here, drag out of it, get the consumable type, and switch on consumable type. Then we're going to get our owning actor, cast to the master character blueprint, and as master character, get our health, or whichever else you are assigning you this the potion stuff to, whether stamina, I don't know what else you've got, energy, whatever you want to call it. But get that variable, drag it out, get a plus, and add the consumables modifier of that item, and then set it here to what we just added it to as the master character. And that's going to be all the math that you need here. So this is really going to be setting up all the stuff that the potion does. Now to get it to go on the slots, we're going to need to go over to our WB inventory slot. And this is going to be where we had this is our on drop. So this is just going to be let's go to the design real quick. This is just the slot that we have of all of our inventory. So this stuff right here, all of these right here, these are inventory slots. Okay, so let's go there, go back to our graph. So our on drop function that we've created already, we've messed around with this a little bit before. As you can see, it had our weapons and armor here, and that's where we set that. We're doing the same thing. We're just going to get the collapsed inventory component, which is just get the owning player, get component by class, which is the AC inventory component inside of our character. Alright, go back to on drop. On our consumable, we're going to just set that consumable from the AC inventory component. Get the AC inventory component, drag out of it, and call that set consumable. The item that we're going to drag into there is the held item that we dragged onto the on drop. So that's how we're setting it right there. Set consumable, just like all the other ones, right? Set that consumable, boom. Puts it into that thing that it was dropped on there is now set with the notify equipped con slot, which will feed into here. Awesome. One other thing that we got to do is we go into our WB inventory. Down here, we're going to get that consumable slot 1. There's going to be the actual specific weapon inventory slot that we've dragged in here. So this inventory slot is just saying, you know, if it's dropped onto an inventory slot, we're checking to see what type of slot it is. This inventory right here is saying this specific inventory consumable slot that we've named WB consumable slot 1. I'm dragging out of that. I'm dragging that out and getting it as a variable. Get it? And then from that, we're calling the function update. So I believe my consumable slot 1 right here. And we're calling out of that, we're calling f update. And that is updating the image. Set brush texture, set the text, the stack text if there's a stack text, right? On the inventory slot. Then we're going to get this held item and we're going to drag it into this function's update. Okay? And then last but not least, we have to go to back to the AC inventory component, and we're going to, because that has, at this point, what that has done is that has put it here, right? Whenever we've dragged it, it puts it here. Boom. We're good. We're golden. That's what the weapon says. That's as far as we need it to go. But what happens whenever we use it, we need it to go away. We need it to decrease by 1, and we need it to go away after we've used them all, right? So after that, we have to go to the AC inventory component. Alright. Go to the undrop real quick. Oh, I'm sorry, not undropped. cannot find it. 1 second, excuse me. Here we go. So on show inventory real quick, you'll need to drag in this equipped con slot now into this update after we have made it in this one. So this function is update for this inventory. On this AC inventory slot, we have to plug in the equipped con slot here, or else it doesn't know where else it's getting this. Okay. So, but to make it decrease in the inventory, we have to go to the AC inventory component, go to that first function that we made here, and right after our health or mana, whatever one, you'll copy and paste and do the same thing for each of these. But I just have it set up for health at the moment. We're going to get the equipped con slot over here, the consumable slot 1, and we're going to make a new function, call it f_remove_item, where inside of here we're just going to need an input of BP master item, call it item to remove. You're going to get the inventory. You're going to find this in the inventory. So you're going to drag out of the inventory and you're going to find item. Right. And that item will be this item to remove. You're going to see if it's equal to -1. So if there is a number in there, you're going to remove it anyways. If there is an item in there, then you're going to tell the output node that it is out of stock. If there is one in there, then you won't say that it's out of stock. Okay, let's go back to this event graph. We're going to call that remove item function. So it's going to see if there's one in, it's going to remove that from the stack, and if there isn't one in the stack, it's going to say out of stock. We're going to update the inventory by hiding the inventory and refreshing it. That's all this is, hiding and re-showing it is refreshing the inventory. We're going to say if it is out of stock though, we're going to reset this consumable to 0, to the empty holder item. And then we're going to call update and update the FW inventory with an empty holder item for the consumables slot 1. And that's it. So yeah, thanks for watching, y'all.